The July size inflatable collector here. Decided to change my name back over, but I have a special review today on a blow up I never thought I'd get my hands on. This is the 2019 animated Jimmy Airblown Inflatable Cat. This is the black cat version. It's about 6 feet high. Well, 6 feet, I guess. This was previously, there's the Jimmy logo right there. But this was previously 2019 Industry. Yeah, 2019 Jimmy Industry. This one I've had an eye on. I got this at a yard sale for $5, believe it or not. The lady said she used it one time. And I'm just surprised I would. A very special thanks to her because I never thought I'd get my hands on this in like an original box. But the head moves side to side. This is a base fan inflatable as well with the regular C7s, as you can tell. I'm going to go ahead and open it. But I want to do a quick video on this because I haven't been really uploading any videos recently. This is a bad idea to tape this side, but I'll do it anyway. But yeah, this was one of my all-time favorite as a kid, seeing them in, people's displays and stuff. And like I said, I never thought I'd get my hand on one. As you can tell, the fabric is cleaned. I don't know if she ever used it outside, but you can tell this is not yellowed. Most blow-ups are yellowed like this one. And it's obviously got the two spare fuse in it, which I'm glad that it was left in there. So this is also one of like the older, which is very weird because back in 2019 I didn't think they'd have these. This is like the weird old-fashioned fan on some of the old blow-ups that you would have out in the yard. Box is in okay condition. Now the zipper on this guy is right here. Okay, I'm gonna put y'all down for the fan. Oh wow, this fan. Oh, so this is one of the older ones because they didn't engrave it this time. This actually is a sticker. This is a YF80. Not bad for a big blow up like this. Pretty decent size actually, believe it or not. Some grass in there. But yeah, this thing is actually in was not great condition because of how she took care of it, and I'm impressed. There's the animated fan. So there's two fans actually. This one's really not a fan, it just opens up side to side to meet the head moving. But yeah, let's get this set up for y'all so y'all can see it. As you can tell, also the paint, well, not even the paint, but like the actual fabric and stuff is good and crunchy. And it's not damaged or anything, like some of the paint stuff's not off or stuff, just the usual. It's got the tag to tell everything. Don't mind my pajamas. I usually wear Halloween pajamas during the season, but it's off season time, so why not? Okay, I'm gonna get this thing plugged in and I will show you guys when it's inflated, but I'll show you how fast it inflates, because it inflates pretty well, believe it or not. Okay, plug it in. Like I said, I'm surprised it's even in the condition that it is in with the box, because usually people don't have the boxes for these things anymore. Oh, the fan's getting stuck somehow, somewhere. There we go. Here he is. Oh, hold on. Let me fix your thing. There we go. This is what it looks like. It's animated. The animation works really well. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised that it's in that good a condition, and it inflates pretty tight, pretty well for a couple of years old and inflatable. There's one tether on the ass end of it. There's one right here. There's a third. I think there's three of them only. There's a third one here. Not sure where I'm gonna put them this year because we have a lot of blow-ups this time of the year. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that the animation works really well on him. I don't think he'll ever get stuck, hopefully. If it does go bad, I'm gonna try to replace the animation. If not, I'll just leave it like it is. You know, just fix the head where it's tilted side to, you know, where it's side to side. But I love this thing because this was one of my other childhood inflatables I've always wanted my hands on. And here he is. Me and my wife purchased him. Mostly my wife purchased him for us. She said this was our, I've counted how many blow-ups we have. For Halloween we've got, I want to say 23 or 30 maybe. Christmas about, I want to say, I don't know, probably 40. Somewhere between 40 and 60. But all together we have 117 of these things if we were to put them all in the yard. But yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 C7s in this. I thought there was a 5th one. I guess not. Which is fine, but it inflates, like I said, very well. Don't know where I'm going to stick him. I haven't decided yet. My wife's usually the one that plans these out. I just set them up and, you know, build the haunted house as I go. But yeah, he's pretty big compared. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to be this huge, but I'm actually perfectly happy he's this big for a reason. I might stick him in this area maybe because we got all the bricks. I might pull all these up for Halloween. I haven't decided. Blow Up Haunted House will just sit here. The carriage over here. I've got different ideas. I got a bunch of hay to lay down too for Halloween for the graves, but I was going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what I've been working on. So while he's working, I think he was sold at Walmart 2019. I'm not for sure. I don't remember. But I also want to get my hands on an inflatable organ. You know, one of the like original OG organs that would move and animate, you know, the pipes and stuff. Also, you know, an inflatable haunted house too that I've had for, I think we bought it recently last year, yeah, I think it was last year. It was sold at Sam's Club, but I bought it recently. I don't know if I'm gonna trade. I might, it depends on, you know, I haven't decided. I really don't want to let go of it because it's so nice, but I do want to go back to the old originals instead of like the newer stuff. And I bought a second Blow Up Haunted House too, which is in here somewhere amongst all the holiday this is all of our holiday collection, sorry guys, but I think it's, yeah, you can see some of it. It's right there, it is hidden, but this is the other one. The other one is, I think, in that box. No, I think it's in this one, but there's two of them. I got this one and the other one. I want to try to get my hands on a 2023 one, but this is the holiday stuff now. This is, you know, but back to that's later. But yeah, so the fabric is in good condition. There's nothing wrong with it. The claws like the papery fabric, which I like. He's not dirty or anything. Like I said, I'm surprised he's not messed up. But I think they took really good care of him. So, but this is stitched on. You know, he, like I said, he inflates pretty well. I'm surprised. The inflation time is probably like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds. Not that bad. Blow Up Haunted House is longer because obviously they're bigger. But for YF 80 on this guy, that's not really bad for Jimmy. And I wish Jimmy would bring back the older animated ones and, you know, like the 2007, 12, you know, 17-foot long Blow Up Haunted House and all that. Or the 12-foot ones too. You know, like how they did with the new 2023 with the purple and gray. I like that design. I don't know why. My aunt and uncle had both of them, and that's where I started collecting. So, but yeah, overall, I'm surprised on how giant this thing is. This is like my foot in front of its face. But yeah, for the animation, it's pretty good. It inflates well. You know, he's very smooth. And I know this year's going to be a little bit different because obviously we got more blow-ups nowadays. I might put him in the cemetery maybe. I haven't decided. Who knows, I may put him up there. I haven't decided, but I don't go past that for a reason. You know, because everyone steals things nowadays and shit. And I don't have money to keep buying these things like I used to. Overall, there's the tag too, if you ever wonder. This is the, I guess that's the tag number or model number, T36223. But overall, he works good. There's no holes. I know there's one, but that's okay. It doesn't infect it because, obviously, like I said, it's pretty big. I was gonna do a nighttime review, but obviously, it's gonna rain at some point. So yeah. But I'll give y'all one more look at the box again. Like I said, I'm surprised that the box is really well intact for being the age that it is. I know it ain't that old, but I remember seeing these in Walmart, and I was like, man, I've always wanted one. And I think this was the old Jimmy the Jimmy background, I think too. I don't remember. But I know most of the boxes you would see the same background, but different blow-ups, obviously. You know, the box is kind of discolored, but that's okay. You know, it says air balloon inflatable. But I'm surprised that she gave me this. You know, I paid $5 for it. I was surprised because she told me nobody was wanting it. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do. I was like, what about $5? She's like, yeah. So there he is, 6 foot tall. There's him to in person. Obviously, it's ripped, but there's the Jimmy. www.jimmy.com. So, but yeah, there's the 2019. I'm not for sure if it is a 2019 because, I mean, I guess it is because obviously the box, but you know how that is. Like the one blow up that I got, there was the Grim Reaper, was a whole different. That was like 2000, I don't know, 15, 16. But then the box was like a 2019. So I was like, whatever, you know. It didn't come with the stake, sadly, which is fine. I've got them and the ropes. But yeah. And I know this year I might put the 2007 Blow Up Haunted House sound box in the 2022 one. I haven't decided yet. But this year will be a lot different. Like I said, due to how the weather's going to be. And I don't know if I would want him out during it raining and stuff because it might fuck up the motion. And I know they're meant for outside, but I take really good care of these things because I don't want them being, you know, destroyed. I know they're outdoor decorations, but you know how the weather could be. It could be unforgiving every now and then. Like I said, there's a tether loop there. I wish they went back. I mean, I guess this is okay. But I miss the old, you know, metal hooks. But I remember sometimes they would rip off the blow-ups, and same thing with these. But you gotta anchor them a certain way. It's like this would be anchored 1, 2 instead of just one back there, because obviously, you know, same thing up here. 1, 2. That's what I always do with them. Blow Up Haunted House is a little bit different because I put about probably 7 or 10 ropes on that bastard because of the wind. But all is fair. I have nothing better to say about this one, but you know. But my only thing is that Jimmy really. Oh, there's a hole right there. I feel it. Yeah, that's okay. I'll stitch him up. That's all right. But the only thing I wish Jimmy would bring back would be like the old Oregon player, like comebacks, you know, like, oh, we'll bring back the 2007 Blow Up Haunted House, or, you know, something cool for Jimmy. But to be honest, I can't really complain because they did hear me out, because I told them, I said, I would hope they would bring back some kind of form of Blow Up Haunted House, and what did they do? 2022, they released one. 2023, they released one. Hopefully, for 2024, they release the original, or kind of similar, or they, you know, and it was a Sam's Club exclusive. You know, it was like for like members only, members mark. But there's a story behind that one. There's a story behind this Blow Up Haunted House. Obviously, these guys are in the fucking way. But there's a story behind this one. And that, I think, was made by Jimmy, too. I'm not for sure. I think it was. Maybe not. But, no, okay, I'm just going to shut up. But there he is from the side. This is him from down below in front of the yard. Which I might put him on a haystack. I think it'd be cool. Or just leave him, like, right there. But it's going to interfere with the Blow Up Haunted House and the Haunted House build that we're going to live stream for October. And then there's chicken decoration. But yeah, all in for all, I'm actually impressed that this is not an LED, because if y'all remember, 2019, 2020, they started switching over to LEDs. I don't know if Jimmy did, but most besides the blow up haunted house because they had 2 Lincoln C7s. The carriage had them. I think the only blow ups I know that have all of the C7s originally is this guy now. The blow up haunted house that has 2, the carriage, and there was a 4th one I had, the Headless Horseman guy. I know he's probably in there somewhere, but that's a whole different story. I'll get him out later and do a review and stuff. But I've been waiting for a day where it was nice and cool instead of fucking 100 degrees or more, 98, you know. But this is him. We called him Nut Nut because why not, you know. Me and my wife nicknamed these damn things. I know you can't take them when you die, so enough of that. But I mean, look at that. Just the actual color on this guy, and there's not even a scratch on him. And I remember seeing this guy too. He was actually across in the other neighborhood, and that's when I fell in love with him. I was like, I need to go to Walmart and find him. They had one, and a guy beat me to it, and he bought it. Which, you know, being at a younger age, I cried about it. I was like, shit, they don't have it no more. Thankfully, the woman came out. She said, yes, we still have it. And it's $5. So I really appreciate that, girl. Thumbs up to you. He will be displayed in our this year's display, obviously. And I've noticed most of the blow-ups that we have for Halloween are freaking huge. There's the 8-foot Grim Reaper, the 10-foot long carriage, the 6-foot cat now. What else? The 6-foot long pumpkin patch, the 11-foot ghost, and there was a couple more. The Headless Horseman. I think we had, I don't remember, I think we had like a air globe at one point in time. I don't know where that went, but to be honest, like I said, I'm surprised that there's, you know, the lights are in here. I thought about it would be cool to add like a different colored light, like a brighter blinking light, but I'm just gonna leave this, because like I said, this is all original. I'm gonna leave it be. Like I said, worst case scenario, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, if these things don't start, don't throw them out, because I'll go ahead and tell you, you have to jump start them. Sometimes when it gets cold or wet, you think it's the fuse, but it's not, because let me show y'all this. And a lot of blow up collectors may not know this, and for a fact, I have known this for years. So shout out to myself. But when you cold start these things, like this one, this is off the, I think this is off the older glow, the snow globe I used to have. But yeah, I had this open for a reason. It's not broke, guys. I just undrilled it. But sometimes when you go in here, I'll show y'all this. This will not turn. This is the actual motor. Sometimes it gets stuck. So you have to jump start it like a lawnmower. Just kind of hit it. Or you WD-40 these, because that's what I did to this one. And as you can tell, it's freely. The other blow up that I had, which is in that box. Don't mind that. It's a whole different box. But in there, it had this fan. And as you can tell, obviously, if I open this, which it's stuck, but there was fuses in here, I thought, why is it not blowing up? The lights would come on. This wasn't going. So I thought, maybe it's one of the components inside. Opened it, I fucked with the fan a bit, it started up, it blew up. The reason why it's off now is because obviously I got a bigger fan for it. That's not the only one. The other fan, which is a backup, is there. But like I said, sometimes you will jump start them, and you'll have to, and that's why sometimes they won't go, which is understandable, or it could be one of the components are bad, which we've dealt with before. But this year, I'm going to go ahead and tell everyone, this might be the final year that we do this decorating, because me and my wife have to worry about our health and stuff, and I got to lose weight, hit the gym, kind of get my body back into shape, you know, so I can keep doing this for you guys. I'm not saying I'm done with it. I'm not getting rid of everything. You'll probably see one blow up or two, but nothing too grand like we always do. Like Christmas, we're just going to go full out. We're going to go all the way into our neighbor's yard down there, and then we'll have trees come down our driveway, you know, like the big 7-8 foot trees. We'll have all this like we did last year, but it won't look as bunched up, because last year, I'll be honest, we rushed it. Rushing it looked like a mess when everything was off. When it was on, it looked all cool, but you couldn't see a lot. And my uncle told me this. Sometimes you got to spread them out, because if you don't, they're going to look all bunched up. Like, imagine me being a blow up and standing right here. it would bunge all this up. You wouldn't see that it was just a cat because you think it'd be attached to it. But yeah. But so, I'm gonna go ahead and turn him off while I'm talking about this. But sometimes, and he's cool when he deflates. I just had to talk about it. But sometimes, you know, we rushed them. I'll be honest, I rushed them. And I pull these out because I want to make sure they still work. I know you're not supposed to. Maybe it's just me. But, I decide to check them every now and then because sometimes they won't work. Like I said, you got to jump start the fan. I'm noticing it looks a little bit smaller. This looks like the older model for a blow-up haunted house, or the fan looks so familiar to something. I don't know what it is. I know the hearse has this kind of fan, and that hearse is old. The blow-up carriage is old, but I don't remember. There was something else that looked like this. It was either the 2009 Ghost, or I think the Oregon Blur had one too. I don't remember. But I know that, you know, and also when you store these, my uncle taught me this too. The fan, you always want to have go first. If you lay them up like this, you're going to break the legs. You always want the fan in first, everything else last, because it's cushioned around it. But you got to have it facing this way to have it protected. Same thing with this. Like, yeah, I know it's just there, but I don't want it getting stepped on or crushed by something. That's why I always put them like this first. They're easier to take out. But back to the whole overall